Hello, welcome to another episode of Final Zelda Tactics. Today we're going to be completing the water temple without the bow. You may be wondering, why would we do this? What's the point of completing the water temple without the bow? Well, nothing really. It's just a new way to replay an old game. It can all be done without significant glitches, although there's a ledge jump that we can now consider a glitch thanks to how the 3DS version works. Anyway, starts out pretty normal. You just go down here to the bottom, toward the torches. That's where Princess Rudo is. I'm gonna talk to her. And there's 2 keys in this area up here. There are 4 keys total we need to get before we go toward the long shot. So the first section of this video is just going to be key collecting. Of course, Rudo is in love with Link here. That's always a fun part of the story. Young love becomes deep affection. And, it's like she's been thinking this whole 7 years. And when the trouble broke out, she knew that Link would come to help her. That's cute. She scrolls up here, gone to parts unknown. There's no way out of the room up ahead. So I guess we'll never know where Ruto went. Maybe she snuck down when we were coming up, just outside of the camera. That's a good theory. If you're good, you can go to that middle room there and get the key. After you lower the water level up here. I messed it up here, but you just kind of need to roll just the right angle and you'll land in that middle section. And we play Zelda's Lullaby, open the door, and get us a key. I've done my best to edit out the boot, transformation sequences, so that it doesn't artificially extend the length of this video. And go on down, open this door, and this is our first use of Din's Fire here. Nice. It's good to have redundant items. Go through the door. And these guys. I hate these guys. Never kill you, they're pretty good at annoying you. Kill them, get a key. So that's 1 of 4. From here, you want to go across to the area where there is a red platform in front of the room. That is where the second key that we can get is. That room just leads to a Skulltula there. Here's the red platform I was talking about. Push the block down and we'll have 2 keys. The water temple isn't super complicated, or at least not as complicated as it's been made out to be, once you know where you're going. Remember, get 4 keys, go toward the long shot, continue on toward the final room, which is like that room with all the whirlpools in it, and that will be where the big key is. Going on up to the top. Gonna get us a key so we can go get a long shot. Moving on up to the Tektite waterfall room. Yes, I can't sing it all, as you can tell. Be smart, Link. Avoid the Tektite. Oh, this room is just terrible. I mean, it's okay. I feel fully justified in editing out the boot swap pausing purely because of this room. You'll see in this video. I mess it up just by a hair. Fall down. Have to come back around one more time. Anyway, in this dungeon, it's pretty good to bring Green Potion, because when we do it this way, we're using quite a bit of magic power, both for Din's Fire and Faeror's Wind. Not to mention, if you want to cheese Dark Link with it, with the Din's Fire, magic power is basically required. You can't always count on the Tektites to spawn the little magic decanters. Roll over in here. Ignore these guys because they suck. Well, they don't suck so much because they hit me. Good job. Like, so from this point, we need to get back to the top again. If I recall correctly, we just save and quit here at this point. Or we should if we were smart. Anyway, you want to work your way back to the top. You can use Pharaoh's Wind, or you can save and quit and reset the game. Both of which put you back at the top. We're going to roll across once we get that far, but we're still in the whirlpool room of no real significance. Tights, Octorocks, levers too. But with your help, our hero pulls through. Go Link, save Zelda. Save Ruto too, and Malon. You're like an anime character with all the girls you have, Link. And using a hook shot, using a hook shot. That's what you're doing. This is the point where I realize that I can't get back up. No. Do not unlock that door right there, or it becomes impossible. Yes, it's possible to fail this little challenge by unlocking the wrong doors. That's one of them. And the other door is up on the in the middle level, west on the map, and in the middle level. If you unlock that one, it becomes impossible again. So don't unlock those two doors. There's no need to unlock that bottom door because we can get in from up here completely legitimately without glitches. And the door in the middle just leads to the water platform, the water razor on the top level, and we have another way to that. At least in the N64 version. But here we go. We used Inspire to bypass that key and to get another key from in here. Noise. Over here and play Zelda's Lullaby. And Link's Ocarina melodies activate the automated water level electronic system. There's clearly some advanced technology going on here. And, I mean, there must be some super advanced technology going on in Ocarina of Time if you think about it. How does the Zora tunic even work? Suddenly Link doesn't die from both pressure and lack of oxygen in the water? Who knows? It's a mysterious thing, I guess. Like, I think, like, you know, before Skyward Sword, they were supposed to have, like, really advanced technology, and that some of the things we're seeing are holdovers of that. At least that's my interpretation of the backstory, based on, like, text from Twilight Princess and A Link to the Past. These broskies here. Broski 1 and Broski 2. Spiky Broski and Clamshell Broski. Defeat them all, Link, so we can get us another key. It's bombs. Forget about bombs, because you have 20. On this file, I didn't get too many of the upgrades, just because it's not necessary. My playthrough's probably going to stop here unless I decide to do another video. Like, how does anyone feel about, like, completing the Fire Temple without the Goron tunic? That would be fun. It's also possible to do the Water Temple without the Zora tunic, but I didn't want that to distract from our main goal of beating it without the bow. But these are little challenges you can do to extend life in Ocarina of Time. I really like to play the Spirit Temple as early as possible. That's my favorite way to replay Ocarina of Time. Just because it's a cool dungeon. I mean, love the big, you know, serpent goddess statue that's on there. Anyway, we're going up. Oh, yeah, it's here. Okay, we're just tracking them back. Okay. So our next step, I believe, is going to be the ledge jump, which is a little challenging. I edited out a few of my failures, but all you need to do is just use your hook shot above where the floating red platform is right here. What am I even doing? If I don't know what I'm doing, how should you know? Oh, I'm going for the fourth key here. Down in the bottom level. It's in the middle level, right above where you meet Ruta. Gives us 4. This is enough to reach Dark Link. Dark Link and the big key, I believe. We have all the keys we need after this. Bombable wall! Link was Sidle, he could slip through that hole and not waste a bomb. But he can't do that because he's fat. Sorry, Link, I didn't mean to fat shame you there, buddy. Let's see here. And going down. Going back up to the middle section. In the water temple, where you change boots every 20 seconds. But, nah, I think, I'm not sure. I like all of the Ocarina of Time adult section dungeons. My least favorite is probably the Shadow, but then my favorite is a tie-up between the Fire Temple, Forest Temple, and the Water Temple, and the Spirit Temple. I think. But, yeah, I mean, you know, once I started doing this challenge, you know, for the first time several years ago, the Water Temple definitely shot up on my radar as being my favorite. It's tied just for the complexity. It would absolutely be my favorite if you could do it without the upcoming glitch that we're about to use. It's a minor glitch, as you'll see. It hardly counts as a glitch, to be honest, in the N64 version, but some trolls at Grezzo made it impossible in the 3DS version. What's wrong with it? Trying to stop our fun. It occurred to me too late that I forgot to activate Scarecrow's song for this little section right here. There's a Scarecrow that'll pop up right where Link is standing now. You can avoid having to redo the glitch, the ledge jump glitch, if you can just activate the Scarecrow when you're standing there. That's quite helpful, but it's not necessary. And it's not too hard to get up to this platform anyway. But, yeah, bringing the Scarecrow song is good. Also, like I was saying, green potions can't be stressed enough. I edited out some of my blunders here in terms of running out of magic, but that's something that can happen. You're using Faeror's Wind, you're using Din's Fire, and you're using, well, that's actually pretty much all you're using, at least I think. Yeah, but, you know, if you want to use Din's Fire on Dark Link to kind of cheese through him, absolutely bring Green Potion. It's important. And we're in this room here. I like this room, but boy, it's kind of boring to watch. A little bit. Well, once you get going. There we go. Go. Work your way up the escalator, Link. So, who made this thing? Is it a staircase, or was it made to, like, carry stuff through the water temple? That's probably what it is, like. Or it's like a water wheel, kind of, and it's generating power in some way for the temple. Who knows? I'll bet somebody on YouTube or on Reddit or Zelda Universe somewhere has a theory for what the water temple is trying to do. Clearly, it has some control over the water level in Lake Hylia. Maybe that's it. But it seems elaborate for that purpose. But, you know, the Zoras are very stylish. That could explain it. As you can see, we're kind of home free. And by the way, it is possible to get to the long shot without using that ledge jump glitch. So, you don't even really need to make use of any glitches just to get the long shot early if you want to play all legit. Because it's kind of fun to bring the long shot into the forest temple. Like the treasure chest in that very first room when you walk in the courtyard. You can long shot straight up that tree to get to it. And that's kind of nice. It's fun. And of course it opens up Gerudo Fortress. And crystal switches. Crystal switch action. Hot. So many of the enemies in Ocarina of Time, they don't exist to kill you so much as they do to troll you and waste your time. Tektites are an example of this. They're fun though. Let's see. Up on the crystal switch. Go on up on the dragon. Activate the switch again. Work on the way toward a like. A trolley like. I remember when I was a kid, I would just hook shot straight over, get eaten by the like. He's lonely, and he wants someone to be eaten by him. Don't we all? Don't we all? One bomb for glory, 2 bombs for shoes. It'd be fun if like occasionally spawned a tunic or something, like implying he had eaten a previous adventurer. Wouldn't make any story sense, but it would be cool. Here we are. I wonder if Nintendo wanted you to use Din's Fire against Dark Link. They do put the magic decanters in the bases there. That makes sense. This is a good effect though, right here. Turn around, someone mysterious at the tree that we're going to kill repeatedly by using magic. We don't even know if he's hostile at this point. Dark Link hasn't attacked us. I mean, he could have just wanted to say hello to someone. Maybe he's assuming the form of Link to, to indicate that he's friendly. But Link, once again, has just chosen to kill him here. Now Dark Link is defending himself. Why? Could be the same thing with Ganondorf. A lot of people think that Ganondorf is a sort of freedom fighter for the Gerudo. I don't think he was originally, but maybe like as of the Wind Waker in the text there, it's what's being implied. They're, doing a mild retcon here, but, as he says when Child Link is, meets him at Hyrule Castle, his name is Ganondorf and soon he will rule the world. But Ganondorf is a king. I mean, it's pretty standard for kings to want to rule. I've heard that used as evidence that Ganondorf is, in fact, evil, which, yeah, probably, but when you think about it, like, when King Hyrule says he wants to rule the world, no one calls him evil for that. He rules the entire known world, in the Child Link section of this game. That's not evil. It's good for him. Maybe we're just hearing Hylian propaganda about, like, who gets to rule and who doesn't. And then in the Breath of the Wild era, all the Gerudo believe it. And they submit to King Hyrule's reign. It's sad, if true. Or it could just be Ganondorf's the bad guy. Go with what you want to go with. Dark Link is... I used to be able to hit him better than this. I found that the best way is just to turn off your targeting computer and use the Force to fight him. Our last hit was scored without targeting, I believe, but we didn't hit him that many times because we cheesed him. And when you're not really focusing on fighting Dark Link, that's probably the best way to go about it. And up ahead, there's a whirlpool room, but since we don't have the bow, we can't get in there. There is a Skulltula down there that you can get if you really want to go down there and get it, but I save and quit here, and we head on back toward the top. And here we go. Our next stop is the little, the other whirlpool room that you have to go across to get to the big key. And that's all we have left before we start our march toward Morpha. And here we are. This is where we need to be. Honestly, a few times when I was trying to find this room, I walked toward the wrong one. That's why I have the compass now. But, here you go. Go on up on the platform. Use you a long shot, Link. Not a hook shot. A long shot. And... open the door. And to level with you, I messed up a few times in here. It's been a while since I've played Ocarina of Time. I've been off in my 2D Zelda truth, not experiencing the false doctrine of 3D Zelda. But I decided to commit a little heresy for you today. That's always fun. See, feels good. 3D Zelda feels good, but it never had as many dungeons as some random pixel art 3D Zelda. Sad. And, here we go. Oh, this room here. Stingrays. Sus. How many times did I hit him? Once, twice, 3 times. Wounded Link. And open the door. Push you a block. Come down for more. Always wear your socks. not good at making random lyrics on the fly. That's okay, because I'm still a fun guy. Work your way across. Work your way across. So, we're basically, toward the end of this challenge. So, discuss. Are there any specific challenges or fan games or anything that you would like to see covered? If there are, let me know in the comments and I will make a video. But, here we go. I think that this is really the last video that I wanted to make of my own accord. So I might scale back a little after this. Because, I think more people need to know about doing the water temple without the bow. And, so that's why it's being recorded. You don't hear about Ocarina of Time being non-linear. And I really like the way these games are non-linear compared to, say, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, or even A Link Between Worlds on 3DS. The way they have items and dungeons and that it matters, and that it puts some restrictions on it, but working past the restrictions is entirely on you. Nintendo isn't always aware of what you can come up with. I would imagine they were aware you could go into the Fire Temple, but they probably didn't anticipate us doing all this here in the Water Temple without it. So there's something they know, and there's some things they don't, but they leave it open for us, and nothing bad happens by completing the Water Temple early. That's the way it should be. Nintendo should trust the player more than they do. Breath of the Wild has a cautious design in comparison. Being murdered by Tektites. What, because I said you couldn't actually kill me earlier, Tektites? Is that what this is about? Sure, you can kill some things, just not Adult Link. But on our second attempt, we walk across the waterfalls. We go chasing waterfalls, and it works out just fine. Just fine. And this is it. The last pre-Moldorm challenge. Or not Moldorm. Moldorm's not in this game, but it should be. The pre-Morpha challenge. Did I say to heck with that Skulltula? And going down. One more annoying shell creature. And we got us a big key. Big key. Now no small key. A big key. See, the key, the number of keys you have just barely works out. If you had opened either of those doors, it would have been impossible without the bow. But it's not impossible because we did it right. Nice. And once again, to reiterate, that's the middle room on the west, the middle the middle level on the west, and then the key that leads into the middle tower section. Don't unlock either of those. Here we go, we have one more. Okay, you'll see that my magic meter is full here. That's because I ran out and had to go outside and farm some, but I had to edit out that unnecessary footage there. Go in here, bring it to the middle, and we can use that platform to get back to the top. To the top, lads. Woo. So, is it canon that Link is like, his shorts are drenched when he goes to fight Morpha? Because he lands in the water right there. Wonder if, I doubt that was depicted in the manga or whatever, but it might have been. You tell me. I haven't read the manga because I'm just someone who obsessively replays the same game over and over again. Manga's not my thing. But, let's see. Okay, we're up here. And you'll see that you can make this jump pretty clean. And for a long time, I didn't want to acknowledge this as being a glitch because you can hit it pretty clean, as I do right here. See that? Almost perfect. How could that be a glitch? Well, in the 3DS version, it doesn't work at all. Grumble, grumble. Grezzo, messing up Link's ears, messing up his ledge jumps. What's wrong with him? Stop remaking Zelda's Grezzo, unless you want to do a 1-to-1 clone. But anyway, raising that water level one last time raises the long shot dragon platform that we need to get to reach the boss room, and that's what we're gonna do. We're basically to the end here, guys. Have I been recording at all? I have. Good. Okay, so I don't actually show the Morpha fight, but I cringily died to him one time. Because that's how it was. I haven't played, you know, Ocarina of Time in, I'd say, a year. Long enough for me to get rusty at. And, here we go. Unlock the door. Get us a big key. We got the big key. Lord, look out. My stepson picked that name, by the way. Lord. Crown on a new Lord truck. And I decided to save both of our time here by not including this actual boss fight, but here we are. We've completed another video, another final Zelda tactic of beating the water temple earlier than we're supposed to. Glorious, guys. Hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, happy holidays, and Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, and good New Year. Here's to 2025 being better than 2024 was.